Well, I've driven up Bear Swamp Hill as far as I dare. I pulled in here and it didn't look like it was going to be passable for me and my vehicle, so I'm going to try to hike the rest of the way up to the summit. I just spent a good hour and 15 minutes at Lake Oswego getting some nice relaxing footage, and I thought, since everything was going so well, why not give Bear Swamp Hill a shot? Because I've been meaning to come up here, and I'm glad I didn't try to hike in, because I drove most of the way easily. So let me tackle this thing. Well, I've achieved the summit, and I'm standing here where the fire tower stood. And if you don't know the story, that plaque there will tell you all about it, or you can just look it up online. I'm not going to pretend to be your historian today. I just wanted to come up here and see this for myself, and I suggest you do the same if you haven't already. It is a bit of a steep hike, that last bit. So I am glad that I did not hike all the way from Lake Oswego, because I personally would have died. So there is that. I'll show you the descent though. I didn't want to do the hike up, because you'd hear me huffing and puffing too much. It'd be embarrassing. So we'll do the easier descent, and you can see what I saw in reverse, so to speak. I'm going to take a moment here to be quiet and respectful. Thank you. I did not come up that way. Neither came I up that way. I did come up this way from the little parking lot that I dared not drive up to. And maybe when you see the final ascent, you'll understand why in my vehicle I didn't feel quite safe. It'd be unknown if I had gotten so far and then had to reverse all the way down the hill. I'd have been sad. So I'm glad I stopped before I got too far and opted for the short hike. Besides, I had been too lazy all morning and needed to get my juices flowing, as we say. So here's the little parking area. And here's the road I would not dare. When I was coming up, it was so deathly quiet on this road. That's one trail I didn't take. I knew there was going to be a parking lot at the top, so I didn't think to go on the side trails. Anyway, like I said, it was so deathly quiet when I was going up here. It's like, why is it so darn quiet? So I was kind of glad I brought my stick. I could make a little racket, you know, a little. So you could have hummed or sang a song, but I can't carry a tune. Here's some rough bits. See the road disintegrating here. And the oil just kind of washed away. I mean, had I gotten out and moved to that tree, that branch, I might have made it. But just not knowing how much worse it was going to get, I feel I made the right decision. Because just this here is kind of going sideways in the car just to get by here. I'd actually driven past up that way, and then the GPS said, "You have arrived at your destination," after I'd passed my destination. So I backed up and pulled in there, went up a little ways and said no, back here, and then drove back out that way. So, car's right there. So let's end this thing. Come on out to Bear Swamp Hill sometimes and soak in some history. If you've been to Carranza Memorial and haven't been here, why not? Take a moment to connect out here with Pine Barrens aviation history.